Hey.
Man, get on my drink, you fucking slimy bitch.
Into the haunted home, my children through my bones. Will I make it out alive? I'm just too young to die. This world I don't believe, now I can hardly breathe. Spinning out of control, I may have lost my soul. Haunted.
Hello, everybody.
We're back.
Welcome to CreatureCast.
It's been a while. Funny story, we actually recorded an episode of this on Friday the 13th, which is what the episode will be about. We recorded an entire episode with our buddy Kevin Mayfield, and turns out we were so inebriated that it was completely unusable.
Completely.
Half of what we said made no sense. It just sounded bad, like poor quality. I don't know what we were doing. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. We're back again, and we're recording a real episode. But as a little treat, at the end of the episode, we're gonna play a couple little clips of the deleted one, the episode that you'll never hear, the mysterious, infamous CreatureCast that'll never be heard.
That's pretty creepy.
Yeah, so we'll if you stick with us, we'll fill you in on that and get you some clips going. But we're gonna talk about Friday the 13th.
Yes, so it is
The day.
The day.
We'll mention the movies too because they're awesome.
We'll touch.
But we wanted to talk about the day and
what makes it so creepy? Why are people scared of it?
Yeah, why is it like the most feared day of the year?
And looking into stuff, the origin may have arisen from stuff dating back to Jesus and the Last Supper.
Yeah.
Where there's 13 guests at the table.
13.
So that signifies a number and all that.
Yeah.
Also stuff in that same situation where as Jesus was crucified on a Friday, they think that is why Friday is considered an unlucky day.
And a lot of people like truly fear the number 13. I'm going to try to pronounce this real quick, but it's called triskaidekaphobia.
It's close.
Triskaidekaphobia. Yeah, it's not even close, but whatever. It's the fear of the number 13, which apparently people legitimately have. Like, I don't really get it. I've always looked at it as a cool, superstitious thing, but I guess there's a lot of dumb people out there.
There's a institute,
or not dumb, but superstitious. I guess dumb's harsh, but it's still worth talking about.
There's an institute in North Carolina that say 17 to 21 million people are affected by the fear of that day.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Yeah, and I mean, supposedly weird stuff does happen on that day. There's like supposedly in the UK, they have higher traffic incidents and stuff like that. Is that because of the day, or is that because people are crazy
they
don't know how to drive and they're scared of driving on that day? I mean, there's a lot of different ins and outs, but I'm kind of curious about bad luck in general.
Yeah.
I think bad luck is just really interesting to me because I've always thought, you kind of make your own luck. But that being said, like some people truly believe in bad luck.
Specifically with this day, people just won't get out of bed. They'll call out of work. They'll be like, no.
I should have called out of work. That would have been awesome.
It's a good work excuse.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have, been scared or anything, but I've been like, I can't go.
It's Friday the 13th, boss. I have triskaidekaphobia.
I have triskaidekaphobia and I can't go. So
cut out.
Yeah,
cut out. So there's a lot of weird superstitions with this day. A lot of, I guess you would say, supernatural elements too. People
associate it.
Yeah,
with it,
associate
sure.
it. There's another origin dating back to 1307. Not 2007, as you might hear in the outtake. Philip of France arrested hundreds of the Knights Templar.
So the superstition already existed.
Yeah.
But on Friday the 13th,
he arrested the Knights Templar.
Okay.
And, those guys, people associate them with a bunch of weird, creepy shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So...
All right. Well, I mean, yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of things like Friday the 13th. You got broken mirrors, which, I mean, from what I understand, people believe that a mirror, back in the day, believe that a mirror captures part of your soul.
Yeah.
So when it's broken, it's like your soul is corrupted.
Oh, okay.
Which is it's interesting.
Yeah.
I also read some stuff about ladders.
And, that's a good one.
Yeah.
The ladders is a good theory.
Yeah, and that's super interesting. It's like it forms the Holy Trinity with the ladder because it's a triangle, I guess.
Yeah.
And I guess people believe that walking through it breaks the Holy Trinity and therefore is like a slam in the face of God or something like that. Something to that extent. Something crazy. But either way, like, these superstitions have stood the test of time. I mean, you know, even now, like, if I walk under a ladder, if I, like, you know, there's different stuff that I think about it. I don't necessarily, I'm not scared of it, but, like, I do.
It's still in your mind.
You know, I break a mirror and I'm like, oh, shit, 7 years.
Yeah.
7 years bad luck. You know, it's stuff that you think about and then you go about your day.
Yeah.
It's the same thing as reading a fortune cookie. You're like, oh, cool, I'm going to go to France in a week or something. But
did you not?
No, probably not. Chances are I won't.
You'll just
be
back at the Chinese place?
Yeah, I'll be back at the Chinese place in a week, and then, you know, it'll tell me that, you know, a mysterious stranger is going to give me money or something.
Yeah.
You know? Which, you know, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah, if you want to donate to us.
Yeah. If you're a mysterious stranger and you want to give money to us,
DerekObscure@gmail.com is the PayPal. Just send it over.
There, we'll split it up.
We will sponsor you on this show.
Yep. Oh, yeah, this episode's sponsored by Kevin Mayfield Photography.
Kevin Mayfield Photography.
He has to pay us whenever we say that.
So, yeah, we got the mirrors, ladders. Another thing is black cats.
Yeah, black cats is a big one, which I just don't understand. Every cat I've ever owned has been a black cat.
Mm-hmm.
And they're awesome. Yeah, like they're good cats. I mean, I don't even know if there's a difference. I don't know, but like, I mean, I've never had a bad experience with a black cat. Like, if a black cat walks across my path, I want to go, "Oh, kitty, you're so cute," and then I'm going to run up to it and try to grab it, and it's going to run away or claw my face off.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've never really understood that.
But then if it claws your face, they're going to be like,
then
bad luck.
Oh, that's bad luck. That is bad luck.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah, and it's sad, too, because, like it's something like 60 or 70% of, like, abandoned cats are black cats. And it's, like, this weird sort of cat prejudice. Yeah. It's just, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, a cat is not going to make or break your day.
Yeah.
And there's people that believe both. There's people that believe that black cats are good luck. Like, you know.
If one walks up to you.
Yeah, it's a good omen in some cultures. And then, you know, it varies. But, yeah, overall, like, black cats have a history, supposedly, of being bad luck.
The main thing that they're associated with is just witches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're considered a symbol of evil because, people associate them with witches.
And witchcraft.
Which I think makes them more badass.
Yeah.
Personally.
I want to own one just because of that.
Exactly.
I think it's the fear of that and the witchcraft of, you know, back in the day.
Yeah, and it's horrible, too. I mean, like, you know, back in the Middle Ages, these cats were getting, like, killed left and right. Like, thrown in fires.
Yeah.
Because people thought they were satanic. And it's horrible. So fucking appreciate black cats. I believe it's like October 27th or something is Black Cat Day. But you know what? Every day is Black Cat Day. Appreciate black cats. They're fucking cool.
Yeah, don't hate them.
Appreciate all cats, assholes. Not you, not the listeners, but whoever. If you believe that black cats are evil, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, the thing is, like, this day has this whole stigma attached to it. Like, I want to know, like, if like, I haven't really talked to many people personally who've had, like, a really dramatic, crazy experience on Friday the 13th. And I personally believe that if that did happen, it's probably coincidence. But, you know, I believe in a lot of supernatural stuff, and I like to be open to things. And that being said, if you're listening and you've had, like, a crazy experience on Friday the 13th, let us know about it. We'll talk about it on the air. I mean, this is, you know, on the air. But you know what I mean. Yeah. Like we're a couple fucking disc jockeys.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Call in to 877 CreatureCast.
Yeah, 877 CreatureCast. Dial it up, and, you know, our call screener will take it, and if you're worth the fuck, we'll talk to you. But yeah, so if you have any cool experiences, write us. You know, if you're on the CreatureCast group or, you know, just message us. I'm sure that you probably know us. So, you know,
our 5 listeners
they probably know who we are. So, yeah. But, yeah, hit us up. Derek, do you have anything cool? Because I don't really have anything that's happened to me on this day.
I don't have anything, like, on the day itself. I've had some, I guess, odd 13 experiences, which could be, you know, just
that's tricyclophobia.
Yes. I got this one book one time about the number 13, explaining, you know, kind of what we're talking about.
Yeah.
This and that. And I didn't finish it, and then ever since then I always see a 13 everywhere. And it could just be, like...
It could be a mental thing, but it's kind of cool.
And then this one time...
It could just be you looking at your arm.
It could be, yes. There's a bunch of those.
Which brings me to my next point, the cool tradition of getting tattooed on Friday the 13th.
Yeah, it's kind of become a thing for Ryan and myself.
Yeah, and I know a lot of shops do, like, $13 tattoos or whatever, which is cool. We usually just, like... You know, especially Derek, but I've done it before too. Like we just usually just pick out a cool tattoo design, you know, and get it done on Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
And usually it incorporates, you know, the number 13. But it's a pretty cool tradition, and I'm always about getting some new ink.
Yeah.
Tell them about your new one.
I got one. It's the Ouija board planchette, and it's got a 13 in it, of course.
Yeah,
It's
creepy
got some
eyeball. It's looking at me.
creepy eyeball staring at you. It's got some weird like floral designs and stuff.
Yeah, it's really
which
it's unique.
It's cool because I told my guy Repo, I was like,
New Vision tattoo.
New Vision tattoo. I was like, hey, I want Ouija board planchette. I didn't say anything else, so I was expecting just a simple like outline of it. And I walk in, he's got this whole design. I'm like, well, that's cool, and it's cool. I like that it does. It's not really like, I guess you would say, traditional as one would look like.
Yeah.
So it's pretty neat.
Yeah,
And,
it's very unique.
Yeah, so we would usually just pick out something we like, throw a 13 in there.
Yeah, exactly. I got like a black cat mummy thing, on Friday the 13th.
It's pretty neat.
Because black cats are fucking cool.
Yeah, we don't hate black cats.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess that pretty much covers the lore and everything and personal experiences. I guess, we could talk about the movies, which we're obviously fans of.
No,
Friday
of
the
course.
13th. Which, I know Friday the 13th 's mentioned, in the series, but like, that series, like, it doesn't have much to do with the bad luck, unless the bad luck's just getting murdered by Jason Voorhees.
If you're like having sex or drinking or...
But, those movies have stuck with me throughout the
that's
forever.
like something that's, I would say, if you're a horror fan, that's with you 100%.
What's your favorite Jason movie?
Jason Takes Manhattan.
Really? That's your favorite?
Yeah, my favorite.
That's a good one, yeah.
Which, I mean
they
good
all,
per se to
yeah,
some.
yeah. I mean, they all, exactly, yeah. I like Jason X, and that movie is fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah.
But it's fun. The only one I'm actually not a big fan of is Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah.
It's not like a bad... I mean, it is a bad movie, but it's got redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
But my favorite... I think I'll always be a fan of Part 6. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
that's
that
when we're
one's-
introduced to Jason as a fucking zombie
Yeah.
killer.
Yeah, like in the
The
opening
graveyard scene.
Yeah.
It's so great, where it kind of makes no sense. He's like, I'm going to dig up Jason.
Yeah.
And
you're like, why would you do that?
Yeah, and then it goes horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, those movies are fucking awesome. I love them all. 3's great when he actually gets the hockey mask.
And it's like, they had cool qualities. I think in Jason Goes There, he looked really awesome.
Yeah.
Like, he looked insane.
Yeah, when it showed him.
Yeah, but like, that's the thing.
That's the problem.
When it showed him.
Yeah, and how'd you feel about... Because I know we're right in that age group where we were fucking ecstatic when Freddy vs. Jason came out.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about that movie.
Yeah.
There's some things that they got totally right. Like, there's some of the atmosphere.
Yeah.
On Jason and Freddy, there's some of the atmosphere that's fantastic. I thought, the story's weak, but then I'm like, oh, what could it be, really? You know?
Yeah, that's true. I feel like one thing that annoys me, Kane Hodder. They didn't use him in Jason, Freddy vs. Jason.
Yeah,
That annoyed me a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I feel like he's kind of the face of Jason in a way.
And in the remake, which I actually don't hate.
No,
I feel like they covered the first 3 movies like right off the bat, and I thought it was pretty badass the way they did it.
Yeah.
It's not ever gonna be my favorite. It's never gonna be like my go-to Jason movie. But I dig it, and I hope they go a little further about with the franchise.
Yeah.
I'm pretty excited about the game whenever that comes out.
Yeah, that looks.
In case you don't know, on Kickstarter, this company was starting a game, Friday the 13th. Started out as just a camp slasher game, and they apparently got the rights, and they are going forward with a Jason game, Friday the 13th, the game, where you play as a camp counselor with some friends. You got to work together to survive the night, or you can play as Jason. And apparently it's just like a huge online version of hide and go seek where everyone gets murdered.
Yeah.
But it sounds pretty cool. I think that's worth checking out. I think you should definitely look into that if you're into the series.
Let me ask you this before we send off. The movies. Now, what if it was just something like April Fool's Day or New Year's Evil, etc.? Like, do you think movie the Friday the 13th...
Father's Day, which if you haven't seen is fantastic. No, it's good.
The movies association with Jason, like, do you think that makes the day more scary to people?
Yeah, I do. I feel like the day, or the movies don't have much to do with the day, but I feel like the day has a lot to do with the movies, if that makes sense.
That makes
I feel like
sense.
it's like immediately whenever somebody's talking about Friday the 13th, they think the movies.
Yeah.
And that's that's one of the cool things that I love about Friday the 13th is like binge watching the movies and seeing all the funny memes that people post about Jason. And so I'm like, that's fucking awesome. Like, I'm glad that Jason Voorhees is still like a big part of our culture.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking awesome. And yeah, I think that it makes the day like a little more freaky. Like, you're like, oh, let's go camping. Oh shit, it's Friday the 13th. I don't know.
Maybe we should.
It's a bad idea. Yeah, I think that definitely plays into it.
Cool.
Like I said, I think the day's super interesting. Me and Derek have even written a song about it that I believe we'll be playing at the end of this episode.
You will hear it. Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, we wrote a song for our side project, and you'll be the first to hear it. Yeah. The rough cut of it. And, yeah, I mean, I've always found it interesting. I think it's really cool, but I've never been scared of it. Yeah. You know? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe but it's just I find it interesting that people are. Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. We're horror freaks anyways. So. Yeah. That wraps up the Friday the 13th segment. Let's go ahead and move on.
You better check your watch, 'cause it's time for the geeky news.
All right, this is the geeky news portion of CreatureCast.
Yeah, this is actually my favorite part of CreatureCast. This is when we get to talk about geeky, weird shit. We ain't got an agenda. We ain't got fucking shit. We're just gonna fucking babble on about shit that interests us.
If you don't like it, we don't care.
Yeah, exactly. You can cut it off. No, please don't. We only have like 5 listeners.
Yes, come on, don't.
No, come back. Come back. Please, we need you.
We're joking. It's a joke.
Yeah, it's okay. Keep CreatureCast going.
Donate.
Donate to the Creature Fund. I don't know if that's a thing. All right, let's move on. Geeky news. You want to start it out?
Sure. My geeky news for this episode is the season 2 of Gotham. I am thoroughly enjoying it. I really dug the first one. Thought it was incredible.
Yeah. It had weak moments, but
yeah,
moments,
hybrid moments. I feel like if you do a season and you have like 20 something episodes throughout the season,
there's gonna be weak moments.
There's gonna be weak ones.
A la Supernatural.
Yes, which is one of our favorites. So I feel first season came out strong, swinging.
Yeah. It like I said, it came out really strong. It dipped a little in the middle, but then ended really solid. Yeah, and I was with it. Season 2 has been batshit fucking crazy from day one
since the first one.
Bringing it to the news portion. We just got an announcement of an actor being cast.
Yes, Tommy Flanagan, as most people know him, Chibs from Sons of Anarchy, is going to be cast on Gotham playing character The Knife, which I'm pretty stoked about because I loved him in Sons of Anarchy, so I'm excited to see him.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite parts of that show, actually. Like, he was always just a solid character. Like, almost all the characters had a moment where you hated him. Yeah. But he never did. Yeah, like, I was always like, fuck yeah, this dude's awesome. And he was consistently awesome. So I hope he's, regular on the show. I hope, I feel really, really good about that casting decision. I feel like he'll fit really good in that world. Because Gotham has really created its own world. Like, it doesn't feel like our world. I don't know how to explain it, but, like, the time frame's off. Like, everything looks a little weird, like, wacky, kind of Tim Burton-y. Yeah. Everything's just a little different. And I feel like he would be a good fit for that. Yeah. Throw a leather jacket on him and have him kill some people. It's going to be good. To go. Yeah, so I feel pretty good about that.
That's stoked. And, from this new season, the first 3 episodes are a trilogy.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
The Rise of the Villains.
And then it just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
So, what about you, Ryan? What's your geeky news?
Let's see here. First off, I want to talk about The Flash.
Okay.
Which I know is a reoccurring theme on this show. But it's my favorite comic book show. And I want to talk about it. Who the fuck is Zoom? It's driving me crazy.
Answer us.
Yeah, no, these episodes are great this season. And Zoom is the most terrifying villain that they've ever had on the show.
Like, they could make a horror movie about Zoom.
Yeah.
That Zoom. And it'd be terrifying.
It'd be terrifying. Yeah, no, that show's freaking awesome. Other than that, I want to talk about the Force for Daniel movement.
Okay, yeah.
And the fact that Daniel got to see Star Wars
before he passed.
So, if you haven't heard about the story and the whole Force for Daniel movement, Daniel Fleetwood, huge Star Wars fan, got diagnosed with extremely terminal cancer. Just given a few months to live. Didn't think that he was going to be able to make it to the Star Wars screening
in December.
Which sadly he was correct.
Yeah.
But the team and the cast and everyone kind of rallied together and a lot of people rallied together, and it became a big thing. And he got to see the movie, before any of us,
which is
and I think it's
incredible.
perfect. Yeah, I think it's perfect that he got to see it. And apparently, JJ, this isn't the first time he's done that either. JJ Abrams did this with Star Trek Into Darkness as well, with another fan who was terminal and huge Star Trek fan. Wasn't going to be able to make the movie,
and he gave him,
and he had a private screening for him. And I just think that's awesome. I think it's really cool.
That's
like
cool.
They didn't have to do that,
and I love it too. I mean, kind of this day and age, technology, social media,
that stuff can just happen like that. Yeah. That stuff can spread so quickly, and we find out about things, and sometimes it's annoying, and sometimes something beautiful happens like this, and
you're like, that's possible because all this.
Exactly. So there's a lot of bad with social media. There's a lot of false information gets spread around. There's a lot of celebrity death hoaxes. There's like a lot of crap. But occasionally something like this happens that makes it worth it.
Yeah.
And big shout out to Daniel and JJ and all of you. Rest in peace.
Yes.
And I'm glad that he got to see Star Wars.
And I'm not saying this in a great way that dying's great, but for him wanting to see that before he passed.
Yeah.
And then passing after like he was able to see it. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure that's going to be...
Yeah, and that happened with the Star Trek guy, too.
Yeah.
Right after he saw the movie, like a week later, he was gone. And I mean, I guess, that was something for them to hold on to, and that's great. They may not have made it that far if they hadn't had the opportunity.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
No, it's really great, and that's my geek news.
That's good stuff, Ryan.
Yep.
And we are moving on next.
This segment sponsored by Kevin Mayfield Photography.
Kevin Mayfield Photography.
Pick of the week, pick of the week, pick of the week, yeah!
All right, so now we are on to Pick of the Week, where we just pick out something that we think super cool that maybe you haven't heard of, maybe you have heard of it.
Maybe you don't think it's cool. Well, we think it's cool.
Yeah, well, fuck you then. Stop attacking us.
Turn off
We're
our
just
cast.
podcasters.
No, don't turn it off. Keep that button on.
Keep your dial at 6.66.
Don't keep your finger on the dial, man. Call in 877 CreatureCast.
All right, what's Pick of the Week?
Movie called Starry Eyes. I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix, but I watched it on Netflix.
Yeah, it's been out. It's been out for a little while. But...
And I think it's really cool. It's a newer horror movie, and it's,
which a lot of times goes bad.
Yeah. So I felt that one had a pretty cool story. Basically, the usual, L.A. dreams, fame, wanting this and that, what you would do to become famous, sort of thing. Deals with a lot of the cult stuff and creepy possession stuff. Yeah, and I thought it was really
it's a dark movie.
Yeah, super
moody.
dark.
Yeah,
thought it was well made. Thought it was cool, and they did it all through like a Kickstarter, funded themselves, or from people helping out, and released it that way, which is always awesome to see.
Yeah,
and another thing in it, I love the soundtrack. It's fucking creepy, like 80s vibe and soundtrack. And stuff like.
There's been a lot of good soundtracks recently.
Yeah,
like, It Follows had like a ridiculous soundtrack,
and it's like in the same vein as that.
Yeah.
It reminds me of like those 80s movies.
Yeah. I love it. It's all like kind of a play on John Carpenter's work, but I love that it's coming back. Yeah, and it's super weird and unsettling and creepy
you
because
just feel
it's like
weird.
You're watching a modern movie, but it's got this weird synth music that sounds off. Like, yeah, I agree, man. The soundtrack can make those movies. Like, I think It Follows and Starry Eyes, like you give them a different soundtrack.
Yeah, not the
totally
same
different movie.
Not the same movie.
Yeah,
and
maybe not even a good movie.
Like that's true.
It's just
the
one
soundtrack
of those things.
does a lot.
Yeah.
So the soundtrack's ace. I think the story, everything's well done, and check it out if you haven't. If you have, give us a comment on the group page. Let us know what you think.
All right. Well, that brings me to my pick of the week. And I will have to go ahead and say my pick of the week is the new Bond movie, Spectre. Surprisingly badass. Not surprisingly. Like, I've liked all the Daniel Craig Bonds. I like a majority of Bond. But this one started to like get like a bad rap. I was like seeing some stuff, and I was starting to wonder if I even wanted to see it.
Yeah.
But I was like pleasantly surprised.
Nice.
It was fun. It was action packed. Had a really cool throwback story. That you're gonna have to see for that to make sense. But it was very like old school Bond, and I feel like it's probably Daniel Craig's last, and I feel like it was a solid entry. Spectre, I feel like really tied some shit together, and Ralph Fiennes is awesome as M, And
isn't Batista in that one?
Yeah, Batista's like a stone cold assassin.
Nice.
And which is perfect for him.
Yeah.
He's just one of those dudes that's just unstoppable. No matter what the fuck happens, like he's just unstoppable.
That's cool.
Like I really enjoyed it. Like I found myself smiling through the entire movie and like not being bored, which is about all you could ask for out of a Bond movie.
Yeah.
It's not like groundbreaking. It's not, about the fucking Holocaust or something, but it's still like it's a quality film. I suggest checking it out.
Cool. And that wraps up the picks of the weeks. Pick of the week.
Pick. Like we each have a pick.
Okay.
Of the week.
Okay.
So it is our picks of the week. No, it's not.
Just
weeks,
1 week.
Just 1 week.
Okay.
But even though we've been off for like months.
It's time for Creature News.
All right, we're here in the final portion, which is Creature News.
It's where we talk about all things casket creatures. And if you're listening to this podcast, you probably know who we are at least. Maybe you think we're assholes, but you're still listening, and that's all that matters.
You're a good one out there.
Yeah.
So, in this episode of Creature News, which will, when you hear this, you still have time to get to our show tomorrow.
Oh!
At the Highlander.
Oh, all right.
Let me say it to you like this. All right, so say you want to come out. I'm going to be like, that's cool. I'll put you on the list. You know why? Because it's free.
Yep, everybody's on the guest list.
Everybody.
Saturday night at the Highlander. Dusty Booze and the Baby Haters.
Kicking the shit off.
Come on. And the Casket Creatures and the Spectre Men.
The return.
Yep, they're back again, kids, and they're going to fuck shit up.
Let's tell the people, if you don't know who that is. That's the OG of Atlanta horror.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like those guys like paved the way for what we do.
Yeah.
And they're back and they're gonna show us how to do it.
Yes.
And we're gonna take fucking notes.
I'm gonna be Evil Jim of Bigfoot. You've heard us talk about Bigfoot. He plays guitar in that band.
Yeah, well, it's a double set. They're using their original. I don't remember his name, but they're using their original guitarist for half the set.
And then
and then they changed guitarists when they were still an active band.
Yeah.
To Jim, so he's gonna fill out the rest of the set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be cool because it's gonna be both eras of Spectre Man. Because if you know about Spectre Man, they started out very like horror punk. And kind of formed into like a dark Danzig-y kind of thing when Jim joined, which probably has a lot to do with his style and his guitar style. And so I think it's going to be really interesting.
It's going to be awesome.
Really excited about it. I'm going to try not to be too drunk to pay attention.
Yeah.
Because we need to take fucking notes because these guys are legends.
For once in our show lives, we're not going to be obliterated when we get done playing. So, come out and see that. That'll be interesting itself.
Yeah. So, we might actually talk to you. I don't know. So, anyways, check us out. That's Saturday night.
Highlander.
Spectreman, Dusty Booze, Cast Creatures.
Free.
It's going to be fucking awesome. It's free. And it's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of people there.
Yeah.
I would suggest getting there a little bit early because it's going to be packed the fuck out.
Yeah, if you've ever been to the Highlander, it's not big. And there's a lot of people attending.
Yeah. So, that'll be a good one. Other than that, we are currently about to start recording the new album.
Oh!
And I'm so excited.
I am pumped.
We're expecting a single to be released.
Yes. Very soon.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're just going to have to wait and find out.
Fucking wait.
But we're going to have a single coming out, hopefully before the new year.
Yeah, I think it'll be done before the new year. And then when that's out, we'll be back to work on the full
rest
CD.
Of it. Yeah.
So,
it's going to be a full length this time. We're going all out. I mean, it's going to be a long ass CD, and it's going to have a lot of content. And a lot of the only complaints about She Screams is there just wasn't enough because it's it's a solid 6 tracks, but there needs to be a full length that follows up on that EP, and this is it.
And we're pretty stoked with all the new material. I think it sounds awesome. At the time, we were like, She Screams is the best thing ever. Now we're like, this stuff, I think it tops She Screams.
It may. It just may. We'll have to wait and find out. So, we're really expecting good things. We'll give you more information as we get it. But it looks like we'll be recording in a couple weeks, and we're gonna crank this bad boy out.
Pop out a single first for you guys. It's been a while.
Yep.
Give you something to listen to through the holidays.
Yep.
As we're in the dungeon finishing
you
the
can
whole
fucking
album.
Burn a CD and give it to your grandma for Christmas.
It's like, here's the new Cast Creature single, Grandma.
Yeah.
Hope you like it.
Yep, and then say the Casket Creatures say fuck you. All of you.
All of you.
That's our new slogan.
That's basically the creature news that we got going on.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Other than that, I mean, it's good to be back, Derek.
It is. It's been a while, and here we are.
Yeah,
So
we're gonna keep this going. I know we said that last time, but this time for real.
Life happened. We're back. We're gonna keep this up, and just fucking send us some comments, send us what you think, and
give us some topics to talk about too.
Yeah.
We're always open.
Anything you guys think of, post it, and
Yep.
we always want to hear from you guys.
And we're fucking signing out from Creature Castle. Ba ba ba.
We're drinking in a vocal isolation booth.
Was that fucking Oshawa, Canada?
Or 1111. Don't touch me right now with your fucking pork
I'm
chop.
trying to vibe on it.
I like the cheesy, like Nightmare on Elm Street, like 1, 2.
That's not Jason.
I know, but that's the era I grew up in.
Well,
and I like the first 3. That's the ones I fucking read.
so wait, what are you
Friday the 13th, 1, 2, 3.
Rubbing on my tattoo,
Alright,
back
keep
off,
fucking
bitch.
touching Ryan's leg.
Oh, come on, Squirrely ass, sit down now. No!
I fucking pee, goddamn
Let him
macaroni.
pee.
toast.
Push on the bladder and the
Let him
rabbit
pee.
toe.
Oh my God.
So down in
I'll
there
cut a
after
new
12.
track.
Never gonna stop
my
and
God.
never gonna slow.
Will I wake up to find a black cat at my door? And I feel strange, and I'm seeing more and more. Today could be the day that I might die. So I'm doing my best to stay alive. Maybe I have been cursed. Is there a way I can reverse? Trying to avoid that dreaded hearse. I cross my fingers, but it keeps getting worse. Today I'm stuck in a spell of bad luck. Everything's going wrong and this really sucks. These evil forces just wanna watch me bleed. Bad luck is all I need on Friday the 13th. I spend all day trying to avoid the cracks, but with my luck, I'll get